Hey guys, here I will be doing a quick review of my 54-gallon tall fish tank, reef tank, which is in my room, my bedroom. The tank is absolutely, well, for my standards, this is absolutely disgusting. I actually just cleaned the glass and I'm having a bit of a cyano problem, so you're gonna have to bear with me. There's stuff floating in the glass from sand kicking up and everything like that. I want to do a quick review of this tank so I can show you what it looks like when it's not so clean, and then I'll show you in a couple of weeks what it's going to look like now that I can start taking care of it again, now that my 234 gallons up and running, functioning beautifully. So I'll do a quick review of this tank. It's a 54 gallon tall. It's, I believe, 30 inches across. It is 24 inches deep. I believe it's 26 inches high. Reef tank. There's a couple fish, a bunch of coral, one anemone, sea bay anemone, which the clowns will not host. That one will go every now and then, just stick its head in the middle into the anemone's mouth. I think it's suicidal. And that's about it. All three of them. I got three. All three of them. None of them will go in there. If I'll do that, and then they come out. It's been 3-4 months now. Let's see. So I'll show you the fish first. There's 3 clowns. Extreme miss bar. You see I got 3 on purpose. Doing a little experiment here. This one has almost 1 full bar. And then the next 2, one has no bar at all. The other one has a half. So you got 0, half, and 3/4. You can tell them apart. Molary and curly, by the way. 2 Bengal cardinals. One is significantly bigger than the other. Bought them the same size though. There's the other one. And then there is Steve, who I've had for 8.5 years. He was one of the original fish I've ever purchased. He has been in literally every one of my tanks, except for the 234 gallon, and he will be going in there at some point. Not sure when yet, but he will go in there. So those are the fish. Now for the coral. Got mushrooms pretty much everywhere. I got mushrooms. This is mostly a mushroom tank. Some mushroom up there. Purple star polyps. Just easy to use, easy to maintain. They don't spread like crazy. Green star polyps, some colt coral, some more mushrooms. This leather will be going downstairs into the 234. It's actually too big for this tank. That's why it's a little closed up right now. Some more mushrooms. This leather, which my brother had, and he bleached it. I'm trying to bring it back to life. It's getting there, slowly but surely it's getting there. And down here, some more mushrooms. Oh, I forgot about yellow watchman goby. Some more mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. Recordia rock. More mushrooms, orange mushrooms, love those. Purple and green star polyps, you can see there's some purple mixed in there. Hammers, bought 2 hammers long time ago, say 6 years ago. And now between my tank downstairs and up here, I have 87 heads. Selling those, obviously. Just, they grow like weeds, it's crazy. More mushrooms where my engineer goby lives underneath there. I'll show you that in a minute. More colt coral. There's the blue angel. He's gorgeous. For those of you saying this tank is way too small for him, he is still a baby. Maybe 2 inches. And when he gets too big, like I said, I have a 234 gallon tank which he will enjoy. And obviously he doesn't pick on all these corals. He does tend to nip on an SPS every now and then, which is why he's in here in the first place. More mushrooms. More green star polyps. And there's back to the anemone. So, now I'm going to go mobile with this camera. Show you guys my cyano problem. And I'll show you over the next few weeks. I'm going to do a water change every day, little water changes every day. Probably 5 gallons a day. Until I get this back under control It's just I'm having a problem. I just don't like it. The cyano is ugly. I hate it. I will be taking care of it with water change. There's the engineer Goby, sticking his little head out. I bought him about an inch big, and he is now, I'd say, 4.5 inches. He's huge. You can see he dug out all around here. He dug out all that. He's crazy. So you can see the cyano problem I'm having. It's just pissing me off. Now, as far as filtration for this tank, here's one tiny little Corellia pump, an MP10. This next reef media reactor, I'm running Foss block, I believe it's called, Foss lock. And I have a hang on the back where you can see bad cyano problem. Hang on the back or Fugium. And that's it. I have power compact lights, nothing, barely any lights, terrible lights. We'll be replacing those soon with an update to come. That'll be pretty cool once I get those. I'll let you know what I'm getting. But for now, here it is. I'll set this up on this tripod and I'm gonna feed them. I'll let you watch them eat. It's pretty cool. These guys go crazy. Camera's a little twisted, but that's okay. There we go. Now this food is my own mix. It is mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, some chopped up squid, clams, and it's soaked in a little bit of saltwater selkirk as well as garlic. Keeps everybody nice and healthy and fat. No ick problems whatsoever. You can kind of see the engineer Goby when he pokes his head out there. It's huge. Now he's all the way back there. Oh. But there you go. Here's my 54-gallon tank. I will do an update again once I get the cyano under control, once I get my new light for here. But for now, signing out. Please tell me what you think. Thank you, and goodbye.